Simple cash book or single column cash book. Now, just like I told you in the previous video, a simple cash book is nothing but more of a ledger account. Okay. Now, when I say ledger account, what does this mean? This means that if instead of a simple cash book, I was just preparing a cash account, that would be more or less simple or close to this format of simple cash book. Right? It records all the cash transactions. Okay. So let's say, for example, all the receipts. The left hand side, let me just. Okay. So let me just divide this into two parts. The one on the left hand side and the other one on the right hand side. The left hand side represents the debits or the receipts, right? So let's say you receive cash from cash account debit to Ram, 100 rupees. Okay, and let's say the transaction happens on 1st April 2012. Now, when I have to record this transaction, this is a cash account or a cash book, a simple cash book. Then the receipts are written on the debit side. So when I receive cash, I'm going to record it on the debit side, right? So I will write cash account debit. What is the date? The date of the transaction is 1/4/2012. The way I read this is cash account debit. Particulars will give the name of the person or the recipient from whom cash has been received. Ram account. Now when I give a cash or when I receive a cash, there will be a receipt, okay, which I would have given to Ram. This receipt may contain a particular number. Let's say receipt number 1. So by voucher number or V number, what I mean is what is the voucher number from which this transaction has been recorded. So I'll write 1 here, right? The amount is 100. Okay. And LF stands for ledger folio. So if, say for example, I do a posting of this particular account in a ledger, what is the number, what is the page number where this entry has been posted? Let's say that number is 90. Okay. So that is how you basically record all the receipts into this particular account. Now, when we write receipts, we don't make a difference whether these receipts are in respect of expenses or assets also. So let's say, for example, if I sold furniture worth rupees 500 on the same date, if it is same, you can just write it like these two asterisks, to furniture, right? Let's say the voucher number is 5, the ledger folio 92, and the amount is 500. So wherever cash is received, irrespective of whether it is received on revenue account or some asset is sold or something, it is recorded in this account. If a transaction is of a bank, when you prepare the cash book or a single column cash book, you do not record these transactions. Now this was insofar as a receipt is concerned. How about a payment? Let's say I make a payment to Sham to cash 50 rupees, right? And let's say this transaction happens on 2/4/2012. Now in this case, the cash is being credited. So I will write it on the credit side and I will write by Sham, right? Date 2/4/2012. Voucher number, whatever that might be, let's say 10. The ledger, again 95, anything can be there, and the amount is the amount of transaction. At the end of the year, I am going to do the balancing of this cash book just like any other account. And mind you, the debit balance is always going to be more. The reason is you can't spend cash if you don't have it, right? So let's say the debit side is 600. We'll write 600 here, 550, and this will be by balance carried down. And this is the amount which also goes to the trial balance, right? This balance is going to be brought forward as the balance for the next year.